on, eh? Hey.
3, 2, 100 degrees in the off-topic studio here.
Holy
and
shit.
dying.
Way to switch it up. It has been fucking hot.
Way to swecken.
Dude, I am... it is very hot today. I'm
Yeah.
fucking sweating it.
Apologies to anyone on YouTube watching me wipe my forehead through this whole thing.
Oh, man.
I'm dying, man.
I feel like... fucking Auckland, bro. We've classic weather chat. But honestly, I feel like we're in the Sahara Desert. It's
4 seasons in one day.
Humid as fuck. Yeah, there's a classic saying, isn't it?
Mm.
But honestly, I'm burnt as hell. I have to wear a fucking longish sleeve just so,
Yeah.
you know, people watching on YouTube can't see how red I am today.
How's your long weekend?
Fantastic, man. I went up to mum and dad's. Shout out Trev and Sue. Sorry.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, they're up in One Tree Point, and it was fantastic. We did nothing. And I told them, I said, look, I've been looking forward to this weekend because last weekend had my birthday thing.
Oh, yeah. We've had him, but happy birthday to Andy. We're actually meant to do something on his birthday last week, but it's coming later. But
Yeah,
so,
so,
this is the first episode since, so happy birthday, man.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I mean, last weekend was pretty hectic. A few things that had to get sorted and birthday and all that sort of stuff. So this weekend, it was another long weekend, and I was very much looking forward to just like sitting my ass down, watching a few movies, playing computer, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my parents, I said, look, this is what I'm going to do. And they said, well, why don't you just do it here? And I said, done. And that's exactly what we did. And it pissed down the whole time.
Nice.
So people that went out for their long weekend trying to catch some sun, I'm sorry, but it was perfect for me. So
Good book reading weather.
yeah, I'm what?
Because it was raining.
Okay. I don't read
Book?
Yeah. What? What the fuck? No. So I had a great time, and I'm feeling very relaxed right now. So how about
Sick.
yourself? What have you been up to?
It was good. What did I do? Friday night. I think I worked around here on Friday night.
Ooh.
And then
Working on
yeah,
Friday night.
the house extension and whatnot. And then Saturday, I stayed over at the ladies, and we just we hadn't, because our schedules have been quite conflicting lately, so we haven't been able to see each other. And we were like, all right, Saturday night, plan nothing, let's hang out. And
Wear something silky.
it's humid out. But we were like, because we're crushing Peaky Blinders at the moment, and we were like, all right, we're just going to watch this. And we just watched it for 6 hours, watched a whole season.
Yeah, nice.
And called it a night. And then on Sunday, went and with the tiny house, we got to start picking like appliances and shit. So we went and did some like tile shopping and looking at couches and that. Not something that I thought would ever be something that I was like getting giddy for, but man, it is pretty fun. It is.
You mean you're not just taking the one off the side of the street and saying that'll do?
Yeah.
Or
I'll take the one with the fleas.
Or the one that we bought together, that we co-owned in our last flat.
We co-parented a couch.
It was a great couch.
None of us know where it is now.
Pretty sure I gave it to one of my old flatmates for free.
It was a good couch. And then on Monday, we just worked around here at the digger here, just doing shit. Oh, man. Okay, so Monday, I'm getting ready to start the week again, right? And I go to New World, and I'm walking in, and I saw this little interaction between two people, and I've seen it a million times. And everybody's met this person before. The person that bumps into someone at the supermarket and acts really, really pleasant, but inside they're just kind of like grumpy and shit.
Yeah.
And the guy...
Me every time.
This guy walks in, and he obviously saw someone he knew outside. And then I hear them... He's got his dog on a leash, and the guy's walking up, and he's like, yeah. And as I walk past, and I wear headphones to the supermarket, but playing nothing. Just because
really?
I just don't want to be bothered. And
Oh.
this dude's like,
Okay, yeah.
oh, sometimes I listen to something, but at the time I was listening to nothing.
Dude, I've got like hard trance on while I'm in the veggie aisle. Like,
This dude walks up, and as I walk past, I hear the guy that he's obviously seen, and he's like, you go up to the batch, and the guy's like, no, I didn't go up to the batch. Come back here, you fucking mutt! And then his dog runs off, and I was like, no way, this guy's putting on a good face. And then he's acting real polite, and he's like, yeah, the weather went bad. Come here, oh, heel. This dog's never heard heel in its life. Heel, come here. Oh, he's not normally like this. And then it's like, oh man, that just gave me flashbacks to my mum of like knowing, telling me to heel. And but there was like, I remember when I was young going through the supermarket, my mum would always be like, just the classic like grip your wrist and grit her teeth and be like, you're not getting that. And then that, or she'd make us stay in the car. And this was before any of us had phones and that. And me and my brothers and sister would be like locked in the car, just sweating. And mum would come back with a full trolley. Actually, once she was gone for 5 hours, came back with a new hair color.
What? Hang on. Let's unpack that. You've gone like a million miles an hour. I know it's hot in here, but let's unpack that. You were sitting in the car waiting for your old lady to finish her shopping.
No, the thing is, we need toilet paper. And then
that's it.
That's always the opener. And then it's like, we're getting locked in the car for 3 hours.
What?
It's not a shop. But then she does this thing of where she goes in with a mission, and then everyone she sees, she just repeats the stories of like, oh, the boys are good. They're just in that phase where you just can't control them. And then her next thing should be, so I locked them in the car.
Jared's got a temporary tattoo of bad to the bone.
Whereas in the meantime, me and my siblings are in the car going through like every single stage of like, we're close, and then we fight, and then we mourn, and then we're together again. And by the time she comes back, we're just numb to all emotion. And mum's like, man, you guys are good kids. And it's just like, no, we can't feel anything. And someone's
been to war.
Someone's in the boot with a black eye.
So you're sitting there waiting for your old lady to come back from shopping, and she comes back with a new hair color.
That was bad. Oh, in a sense of like, I think she was just like, you know what? Screw 'em. I'm having me time.
I mean, fair enough. Like, well, not fair enough. I don't know. But at what point, like, when you're a parent, do you tell your kids, like, oh, no, we just got to go shopping, but, like, you've got to look after them, but they've got to do what they've got to do, get their shit done. Like, I know my Sunday routine's pretty proper. If I had a kid involved as well, I'd be like, yeah, sit there and wait.
Yeah. It was always...
Andy's cooking his chicken broccoli kumara.
When we... Pardon me.
Nice.
I'm sorry. When we grew up, we moved house and we lived a lot closer to a supermarket. So if mum was like, I need to get a few things on the way home, I was like, no, you go via home, please, mum. And then she'd drop us home and then go do it.
Yeah, I think mum's a little bit different. I was like growing up going to the supermarket and stuff. Fuck, I barely went. Mum's going to the supermarket. Nah, fuck that. But she would also shop like later at night.
Oh, when it's quiet? Just for the mums.
Like Pack and Save, Lincoln Road.
Yeah.
On like a Thursday night at like 9 o'clock at night. Driving all the way from Kumu.
What are they? Just in the car, just listen to some, I don't know, Pat Benatar.
I think it was either ABBA or Atomic Kitten.
Nice.
But, yeah, and I was always like sneaking stuff in, or I'd like put it into the trolley and get to the checkout, like, oh, what? Or, things like that. Or, I'd never sit in the car and wait. I do now, like when I'm older, like if...
Yeah, because you can sit on your phone or something.
Yeah. But when I was young, there was nothing to fucking do in the car, so I was like, no.
If I had to go in, it was go in, and the magazines were always towards the end.
Yeah,
so
get a
it'd
kid
be
zone.
Like, go in there and listen to, read a K-Zone or like a rugby magazine or a Bart Simpson comic, and it was just like, just pick me up at the end.
You're sitting there in like the kids' waiting room. They should have one in each supermarket.
It's just kids like sprawled out on the floor reading.
Yeah, down one aisle.
With a couple of bits of luncheon or something.
Dude, that was the best. Go to the deli.
Yeah.
And just like, get a few slices of luncheon and just eat it while you're going through the aisles.
Yeah. I always thought
did
they
we
were like...
even pay for that?
Yeah, as long as you scan...
Mum, did we pay for that?
A couple of Cheerios. That's why, like, even in high school, we had a food town near our school, and people would go in and get a drink and drink it in there and just scan the empty bottle. And I was like, I know this is fine, but it still seems wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I know, like, definitely we would, like, steal a few grapes or something. Like, we'd be buying the bunch,
Mm.
and, you know, you'd pick it as you're going through, or, you know, and as well, because you got to try it.
Yeah.
It's not like we put the old one back. just put
Nope.
what do they call it?
That's some bad luncheon.
Not a carcass, but we put like the thing back of the grapes.
The skeleton?
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, just put that back in the. We're like, how do you weigh that? Like when you're going through
It's
the.
like when you're buying avocados and you grab them and you just mush them in your hand. You're like, nah. I think I've told this story before, but when I worked at Borich, whenever I was working and I was like wrapping fish and selling it to people.
Yeah.
And when I had customers that were pushy or anything, they'd get like some wood-fired salmon or something like that, and then when I handed it to them, I'd mush it in my hands and then hand it over to them, so when they open it up, they'd be like, oh.
What a dick.
It's the small wins. Alright, the small battles win the war.
You're like, I fucking hate working at this place, so I'm gonna fuck up dinner with your in-laws.
I had a bad day, you're not eating.
Just give him some fucking salmon skin. Fucking asshole.
Here's a bag of nails.
Yeah. Fucking pretentious cunts eating salmon anyway. Sorry.
I wasn't even a salmon eater.
Yeah, I'm not a salmon eater either, to be honest.
What else has happened in the world? I've been hooked on Wordle.
Yeah, you've got me onto this too, and I've participated.
So basically, it was this dude, right? I think he was like an engineer for Reddit or something like that. Slow down.
Yeah, you're going a million miles an hour.
Sorry, I am hot. My heart is racing.
It's hot in here.
He was an engineer for Reddit, and he was, during the lockdown last year, he knew, I think he actually made it quite a while before that, but he knew that his partner was into word games, so he made this website, which is essentially the game where you have 6 guesses to get a 5-letter word, and it'll let you know if the letters are in the right spot or if they're in the right place, and then you have these 6 guesses to get this word. And your stats, you know, if you keep playing every day, and that it'll tell you how many goes it usually takes you, what your average is, and like a percentage kind of thing. And he told his friends about it, and apparently at the time they were like, whatever. And then now it's just blown up, and he has just sold it for an undisclosed amount, but it's confirmed that it's 7 figures to the New York Times. So good on him. Actually, I honestly think it could be more. Like if you made a successful app, if that was an app,
yeah,
it could have gone for more.
I mean, look, people like quizzes and different like games like that. You know, like people have been doing word searches and
like crosswords,
and things like that for a long time now, right? And newspapers are big on those things, like your New York Times own it. So that's understandable that they're, you know, investing so much to buy this. You know, like it's just one of those things, and it's like a lot more accessible. And all of those like crosswords and everything is just getting like stale a little bit. You know, like I know there's a lot of people out there that enjoy that sort of stuff, and I do too. If I can, you know, like figure them out. Like
if I'm doing good at it, otherwise it sucks.
It takes me a while. But this is something that is accessible to everyone with the internet, and is easy enough, but also difficult enough to enjoy. So it's you know,
a happy medium.
Yeah, and it's fair enough. Fuck.
Good on the dude.
Is it 7 figures? Fuck.
Sold it to the New York
What
Times.
if we do one with 6 letters? Are we going to get 8 figures?
I don't really know. So, like that's the whole thing. Is that
I only know 5 letters.
Yeah. The problem, that was like one thing that I pointed out, is when they were like, it literally tells you what letters you can and can't use, and sometimes you could just be like, I can't think of words. Like
I've cheated a few times and had to Google it. Not like Google the answer, but like, you know, like I'm dyslexic. Struggle with my spelling big time. I'll chuck in a word and then it'll tell me like, oh yeah, the first 4 letters are correct.
Yeah.
And then trying to get the last letter, and I'm like, I only know one word that has that. That could possibly be there, but obviously there's heaps that I'm just not understanding, and then I'm sitting there googling words just ending in
Yeah.
the last letter that I don't have in it. So
It's just that slight amount of added pressure knowing you've only got a finite amount of guesses suddenly
Yeah.
just makes you just shit your knickers.
yeah.
To be fair, I've missed one, and the answer was light, and I wrote like fight, might, night, not kite, but like I had.
Yeah, that's a difficult
It was the
one.
last
Yeah,
one,
yeah. If you have that IGHT, that's
And I
a
had so
difficult
many
one.
available letters to what it could be. I was really cheesed off. Did you catch the PFC the other weekend?
The PFC. There was no. Oh, what?
The first official pillow fighting championships crowned their champion. And it's straight up. So no, dude, it's freaking legit.
Pillow fighting championship.
Yeah, so it's
Do tell.
it's exactly what it sounds like. It's high level pillow fights, and they crown their first weight. It's in weight divisions. I don't have any names, but there was a Nunez in there. There was an Olivier. Like it's like second cousins of UFC fighters have gone in, and they're like, no, this is something this is going to make it.
Finally, a sport I could be into.
Let's add the honey and make some money.
And when I say into, I mean I could compete. I've been watching pillow fighting for years. No, just kidding. Wow, so there's an actual like sporting company that's creating.
Yeah, so they have a belt. They have weigh-ins. That like you have to compete in everything. I'm sure there's strategy.
Weigh-ins. So do they weigh in with their pillow, or is it like they weigh in just like they're just the weight, or they go in with their pillow?
All the heavy hitters, and they've got like pool balls in their pillows.
You know, so like a lighter person could be a heavyweight, but they've got a real fucking heavy pillow that like puts them into the heavyweight class.
True.
Or are they going like heavier person, but they go real lightweight pillow,
agile person,
brings them
heavy
down
pillow, or do you go heavy person with a light pillow?
Yeah. Wow.
I'm invested.
So, and is it like UFC? You know, you buy
I didn't know if it was pay-per-view.
like fight nights, or
I don't know if it was a pay-per-view,
Yeah,
but they
that's
did
what
like
I'm
a card, and then obviously they'll do more, and it travels from town to town kind of thing. It's pretty much it's set up like the UFC, you know, like same sort of thing. I don't know if it was pay-per-view.
Well, UFC is such a good template, right? Like, so if
it
you were to bring in any other sport as ridiculous as pillow fighting, that's what you would model it off, right? Like, because everyone's into that. So maybe Dana White buys the fucking PFC and
makes it his baby.
Is like a second, like, and then you have like crossovers, like a UFC and PFC champion.
He's at a press conference and they're asking him UFC questions, and he's like, "You want to see those real animals, man? You watch that PFC. Those guys are fucking killers, man."
Are the ring girls in onesies? Or like, what's going on? Do you bring your own snacks?
Can you sign my pillow?
Round 3 was brought to you by Starburst.
Yeah, brought to you by Sleepyhead.
They're watching movie marathons after.
Can you even get knocked out? Like, you just get put to sleep, like literally.
Yeah. Like people, like boxers get done for having weighted gloves. What do you have a weighted pillow?
Yeah, just a bar of soap in the end.
This ain't prison.
A phone book doesn't leave bruises.
What?
Nothing.
I was thinking more like a pool ball for a bar of soap. That works too.
I mean, it's the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Like, usually UFC fighters, once the UFC career is over, they go into bare knuckle fighting. But this gives them, like, if you just don't want to get punched in the face repeatedly anymore, go do pillow fighting.
So, can there be submissions? I'm asking you all these questions. I don't know if you got the answer.
I do not have the answers. I watched a YouTube video. We watched it together.
Yeah. But so can there be submissions? Like,
I don't know, because they've got these pillows, but then their other hands like waving and they're like patting each other away and like parrying and that. But I don't know if it's like
can there be like a rear naked choke with the pillow?
Yeah.
Like, is that, I don't know.
I've got a bit like smothering.
Oh, Instead of throwing in the towel, you throw in the duvet. He's had enough.
He slapped him.
He actually slipped him. That's a great advert for Sealy. Really? Oh, God. Oh, the PFC. You wait. A couple of years, this thing's going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be bigger than the UFC.
Day one fans, man. Day one fans.
Day one fans. Excuse me. I'm losing my shit.
If you were ever looking to make a sporting career, the time is now.
Fuck it up.
Just go into the gym every day and smash a heavy bag with a pillow. All right, let's get on the mitts. And then he's just a guy holding mitts. He's got to target it with your pillow. Let's work that jab.
You know those things in boxing where they've got like the like a speed bag? It's just got 2 cushions.
Pillow fists.
Holy fuck. Do these people get paid?
Surely. I think they're allowed to advertise on their shorts, and then there's advertising on the ring and that. It can't be legit, though.
Is it in an octagon? Or is it like, are we talking boxing ring? Are we talking...
Our man behind the camera, Connor, has said it's in a square ring.
It's a square ring?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was thinking, no, a ring's round. But no, a square ring, yeah. So you could just get someone into a corner and then completely trap them just by like, just going left and right with your pillow.
Yeah, but I've been in a say like pillow fight with your siblings and stuff like that, and I've copped a big one before.
Yeah, it's like when like the corner hits your eye or something, and you're like, "Ow! Stop! Ow! Ow! Ow!"
Yeah, and if you've got like a 130 kg man swinging a pillow at you, you're still gonna fucking feel it.
Yeah. What do you say? Like, say you're down 2 rounds going into the third, and the coach is on your shoulders giving you water and everything. What's the fucking game plan? You have to look into a man's eyes, dead serious, while he goes out there to win a round of a pillow fight. And try and...
We've cleaned your sheets. We've changed the pillowcase. You've got to go out there and fucking swing for gold.
Man, you're doing too many roundhouse lefts.
Make sure this guy is counting sheeps.
Just counting sheets.
Fucking hell. It sounds like a good time. I would go and watch that.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
It's like darts or something. Like, you just go for the spectacle.
Hey, darts is a real sport.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not shitting on pillow fighting.
No,
talked about it for 10 minutes.
I'm just kidding. But I would go and fucking watch that. Like, it's got all the hype of like a big UFC thing, but you know that like the drinking culture there is going to be big. Like, and I don't know. I think it would be a spectacle. I'd go and watch that. I mean, I'm yet to go see a UFC fight live.
Yeah, hard. I heard it's crazy.
Yeah, and which I'd still love to do.
Is that a sport where steroids would play a part? Or is that have we finally found the sport where they're like, just fucking dose up with tren, get your freaking testosterone through the roof, and unleash on each other?
Maybe. I mean, like,
what'll make you fucking killers, man?
I know. I just said like you can get smacked with a pillow and it's still going to do damage, but like end of the day,
can you?
I don't know if it's really going to be like too intense. So maybe they could just allow steroid abuse and all that. Like,
so because I was thinking like you could hold the pillow in the middle and just punch them, but the pillow actually has kind of like a loop on the end, and I think you have to grip that so it stops you from leading with the pillow, but actually just punching. I'll have to look up the rules.
Yeah, all these questions, but
and no answers.
But yeah, like if anyone out there watching the PFC, let us know what you think. Like
any up and coming PFC fighters from New Zealand training hard.
Yeah, we want to know. We'll sponsor you.
Yeah,
official PFC sponsor.
Off topic.
It'll be, but yeah, I cannot believe like the amount of different sports coming into, like even the ones going into the Olympics now. I think we've already talked about this on a previous pod. I can't believe all of this bullshit that is coming through, but this is something that because there's not many combat sports, right? There's a lot of different martial arts,
Yeah.
but what you got: wrestling, boxing, mixed martial arts.
What, that's like pay-per-view?
Well, that's like a combat sport. Like I mean,
Well, that's
you've
the whole
got
thing
things
about
like,
mixed martial arts. It kind of just encompassed all of them.
but not all martial arts are like a combat sport, if you will. You know,
Right,
like
yeah.
you do karate
Yeah.
and you do your
Like
your,
capoeira or something
yeah,
like that.
or
Yeah.
you do your kata with karate. You know, you move up your belts and all that. But you don't see two dudes doing karate fighting each other,
Mm.
or so it's like wrestling, boxing, and then the
Yeah.
UFC, like mixed martial arts that have kickboxing,
Yeah, Muay Thai and shit.
sumo wrestling, I guess.
Yeah. And then Sambo. That's like all the Dagestani fighters.
Oh, yeah.
They'll do Sambo wrestling.
But so it's one of those things that's not so big, right? There's a handful of
Yeah.
combat sports. Oh, judo, definitely. That's up there.
Yeah, judo's elite.
It's in the Olympics. That's that's big. It's like wrestling, but better.
With cool throws.
Yeah.
Sweeps.
Sorry, wrestlers, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Join the PFC.
Sorry, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
But yeah, speaking on UFC, PFC,
Mm.
some big fights happening this weekend.
Yeah, no, I'm stoked. It'll be the first barbecue of the year.
Yes. Smoking meat.
Yeah, I'll be smoking meat. I'll be
Fucking
smoking meat all Sunday morning, and then I'm gonna
Yes.
fucking barbecue some wings. Anyway, shit, that was just stupid. I'm sorry. That was just stupid. That was stupid of me. Yeah, Izzy's obviously fighting, and it's the debut. This is what I'm super excited for. The debut of Mr. Blood Diamond. I'm excited to see this dude, man.
Blood Diamond?
Yeah, so he's the next city kickboxing dude coming through, making his debut.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
He's always been. You always see him in the photos and that. If you actually go onto Izzy's YouTube channel, I think it's called Freestyle Bender. He does like a sit down chat with him, and they kind of explain the story. They've had a really similar come up.
Yeah, I've seen his YouTube. Yeah,
It's really good. It's really good. If you're into wanting to know what's, obviously he plays it up a lot on media days and that, but it's just him, so he's pretty chill.
So Adesanya's in Houston right now in camp. Do you think he's going to stay? So not in. I know that the fight and the UFC thing's all in Houston.
Yeah,
because one of the biggest things is that Derek Lewis and Bam Bam are fighting, and Derek Lewis is from Houston.
Yeah,
I know that's the big thing, but with Adesanya wanting to leave New Zealand and train in America and not have to do these big flights and stuff, do you think he's going to stay?
I don't know. I never
there,
not much came of that. Well, they're ditching MIQ, aren't they? I don't want to say I don't keep up with that shit anymore. But I don't know. I don't know what
just
the goal is.
sort it out.
I don't know what the goal is anymore. I really hope they don't. I think they do a lot for people wanting to train in New Zealand. Like it pulls them into the gym, thinking they might see them and all of that.
But it's great to train in New Zealand, right? There's a lot of us that are fighters that have that fight mentality in us, and there's a lot of good fighters that come out of New Zealand.
Yeah.
And a lot of good training good training mentors and things like that. But the facilities lack. Like we don't have what you can't
That's
go
the
into like
thing.
America, like a UFC.
The wrestling, the jiu-jitsu and that. I mean, I'm not one that trains or anything, but I know for a fact that wrestling isn't that developed as nowhere near the level of America or
it's
anything
not something
like that.
like no one like wrestles in high school here. Like
Yeah,
I was part of this high school wrestling team,
college wrestling team.
Yeah,
Man, I pinned Ohio State.
yeah. Fucking dweeb.
Yeah, all right, Brad.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not a thing here. So I mean, I keep saying but I think after doing his, I believe this might be his first fight camp, like training in.
No, he's done
America.
He's done a lot of it, and he just got there.
I think he's done a lot more in Houston this time around than previously. Like let's take Adesanya aside. Like there's everyone else from City Kickboxing.
So Kai's gone over as well.
Yeah,
Because he's got a fight. He's fighting Askar Askarov in a few March sometime. That's gonna be good. That's
You see Figueiredo called Kai out as well.
he said to do it, eh?
Kai did.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, Kai said like I want next, and then he was like, well, when you fight, and we'll see. Askar Askarov's no joke, man. That guy's no joke. That will definitely decide who's next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, well, when he domed Corey Sandhagen, I was so fucking happy.
And Cody Garbrandt, sorry. Jesus, we sound like idiots. Kai
Yeah. I did
knocked
get wrong
out
fight.
Cody Garbrandt.
Ah.
Yeah, you're thinking of Bjorn when he fought Corey Sandhagen last.
Was that? Oh, okay, fuck.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Different
Let's go back to the
divisions.
PFC.
Yeah. Let's go back to old Peter Pillow Fists.
But either way, this fucking Sunday, smoked meats, big fights. I can't wait to see that Derek Lewis and Bam Bam.
You see, Bam Bam apparently accepted the fight when he was drunk, and then he woke up in the morning with like 20 missed calls from his manager, like, yo, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, shit. And he was like, oh, well, fuck it.
But I reckon he wins.
You reckon?
Yeah, I do.
People have said that Derek Lewis hits harder than Francis.
Yeah, but he's got to connect, right? Like, it's the same with like any heavyweight fight right now. Fucking Francis Ngannou, Cyril fucking Garner, whatever his name is, went the distance.
Yeah.
You know, like no one was expecting that.
Yeah, hard.
So it's only if they connect. But it's a big opportunity for him to step up, and I reckon he wins. I think he's got the momentum going forward.
Yeah. Well, he had to, otherwise he was going to get cut. He had that many losses in a row.
No, but he won his last fight.
Yeah. He's on a good win streak now, but I think he's on 3 or 4 in a row. But before that, he was on 3 or 4 losses. Damn.
Losers. Fucking losers.
Wrestlers.
Derek Lewis is one of the fucking best shit talkers.
He's so likable.
Just like some of the shit that he talks about and says, and like it's just not like worst shit talkers, like not like a liar or anything, but like
he just points out the obvious.
Just
and
like one of the best shit talkers.
Yeah.
My balls is hot.
Yeah. This thing, he's not talking shit to the other person. He's just like pointing out things that are happening to him, and you're like, he's just a regular guy.
Yeah. Shout him out. Have you ever met anyone with like a bigger or like better shit talker?
Dude. Connor, you'll know. So I used to have a teacher at Rosmini called Mr. Wood, and anyone that listens will know
Mr. Wood.
Exactly what I mean. This guy was American, from the US, and he taught health at Rosmini. And this dude, I don't know what his agenda was, but he felt the need. Dude, it might all be true, and I'll eat humble pie until my belly aches, but he just said things that you were like, no way, man. Like, he was like, oh, my friend Veronica. And you'd be like, he tells this big story of how she was down on her luck in that. And he's like, now she owns 40 pizza chains and she was the first female astronaut. And you're like, no. And he swears he was there when the internet was invented and that. And he was like, I was doing like civil work, like helping the people in Uganda. And I get on this bus, right? I look over. Who's sitting next to me? Michael Jordan. And you're like, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Michael Jordan's on a bus.
Yeah, in Uganda. But we pushed back one day, me and Dom. We were talking about this last week in your birthday. And his proof.
Shout out, Dom.
He slapped an encyclopedia in front of us and was like, look it up. And we were like, I'm not going to find your name in an encyclopedia, dude.
Fucking hell, that's hectic. I feel like your high school was a little bit different to mine. Like some of the stories coming out of your guys' high school of some of the shit talkings, like
it was just funny. I hit him up because in year 13 we did like a Levers video, right? And I hosted it, and I ran up to him, and it was just like a whole lot of vox pops where you just run up, hit them with a question, try and get a reaction kind of thing. And I ran up to him and I was like, "Sir, did you invent the internet?" And then he was just like, paused for a second, and he was, "Go away." And I'm like, oh.
cancelled.
Yeah, I
He
tried to
got
tee up a
found
fight
out.
between two teachers. One of them taught judo, one of them taught taekwondo. And I was like, he's calling you out, And he's like, I'll take him. And then you go to the other teacher, and he's like, I would take him. I was like, all right, this is going down. Both over 60. And actually, one old Stingray Roberts was.
Is that his PFC name?
He was old, but I think he took the he had something to do with like judo in the Olympics. I think he coached at some point or something like that.
Got a medal.
Oh, Connor reckons he got a medal. Sick. Good on you, Raymond. Can you think of anyone, or did you do it yourself? Of just like making shit up when you're a kid or like when you're older and that?
Yeah, so I thought about this earlier, right? Like I knew I wanted to talk about a bit of shit talking and things like that.
Yeah.
The biggest one for me was about like faking sick for school.
Oh yeah.
Like living out in Kumu and Waimaku and then having to catch a bus out to one of the shore schools and fucking all that bullshit. Like if you didn't want to go to school, like you had to wake up ready.
No, you do it the night before, bro. Do it the night before.
Well, yeah, like obviously put in a bit of groundwork, but like when you wake up, game face, game day.
Yeah.
You had like a half an hour, 20-minute window of convincing.
Mum's thing would always be, all right, let's check your temperature then, and you'll be like, oh yeah. So you put it under your tongue, leave the room, run out, flick the jug on, let the jug steam up. Once that hits that perfect high temperature, nearly 40 degrees, like 39 or something like that, a real bad temperature, you grab it and you run up to her and you'd be like, look, I am ill. And she'd be like, Jesus, we need to get you to the doctors. And you're like, I don't even think I can.
I never did that. That was actually, fuck, I shouldn't, hang on. Boil that jug.
But then I think if she thought I was lying, she'd be like, all right then, like, if you've got such a bad headache and you've got a fever, you shouldn't be looking at screens. It'll be really, like, it'll just hurt. So just sleep. And then when I was a kid, like, you didn't have say over it, and she'd be like, just have a sleep. And then you'd be like, oh, damn it. It was counterintuitive.
Yeah, I never used the jug thing, but I always had like a lamp in my room. Chuck the thermometer under the lamp. Done. Sweet. No worries. And that always worked. I think it was more like mum knew. It was like, fuck it. Give him a day off. Yeah. So, but I had this once, and I think as I got older, I was in 7th form, and I said, I'm not feeling well, not going to school today, and it was like, yeah, sweet, okay. Like that was it. There was no lying, there was no thermometer, all that bullshit. That's obviously when you're a kid.
Yeah.
And I knew what I was doing. I was like, I'm gonna have a day off. And I'd actually done something pretty awful the day before.
Oh yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
And I don't want to go into too much detail, but I ended up getting found out for some pretty grim stuff from the day before, and my parents found out, and I remember just being like, oh fuck, my life's over. I got in trouble with school. I ended up getting suspended and all that. So police were involved. It was a bad time. But yeah, like that was, and I think that was the last time that I'd ever faked sick. It's like, it's one of those lies that you tell as a kid. You're just like, I don't want to go to school today, and then this time around I was like, I really don't want to go to school today.
The one that always works, and it's a bit blue, but you can just, I got the shits. Like
that happened. That works with COVID now.
Yeah,
like you trying to get off work and you go, I got a cough, I got a headache, I got a runny nose, fucking all that bullshit.
Yeah, and they're like, all right, well, you don't come back until you get your test results. You're like, they're backed up. It's been 2 days.
Yeah, and then you go, you can't come back to work till you get a negative test, and then you end up having to take 2 or 3 days off, like early on. And you're like, fuck, I just needed Monday off, bro.
I could have come in at 1.
Yeah. But now it's like, if you still just want to take the Monday off, you go, shits it is.
I was like, when I got a bit older, like, later in high school and that, you could just wait. Shits at it, sorry.
Never thought I'd say that.
Because then you're like, oh, what, you want a photo? Like,
just get Connor's log of it we're talking about.
But
Hey, Con, you got a spare photo, mate?
Yeah, you got an upset tummy. Next thing you know,
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't know,
Jordan films them in reverse. So
I don't know if it's the thing for everybody, but my mum was always like, sore tummy, lemonade ice blocks. And then you have the day off and you just
Yes.
get you just get fed ice blocks. And you're like, well, okay, I guess I'm watching all the Ice Ages today and eating ice blocks.
third. Nah, no
They
shit.
left without me. They do this
It's
every year.
One of the greatest films of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, lemonade ice blocks do fucking work. Okay, I had the worst ever case of
The shits.
food poisoning,
Yeah.
and I've only ever had food poisoning once in my life, and this was it. It was the worst thing I've ever had. 8 hours straight, throwing up. Obviously, by the first 20 minutes, there was nothing left.
Yeah.
Throwing up periodically every 5 minutes for 8 hours.
Mm.
It was the worst. I had to go to the doctors, get an injection in my back to like try and stop whatever the fuck was happening.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was. And the worst thing,
Got a spinal tap for a...
bro, it was fucking nuts. Like, it was a shout out fucking Mr. Bond's bakery in Kumu that used to be there. I don't think it is
Oh,
anymore.
not the afternoon. My dad's got it a few times. The afternoon kebabs, the old salmonella sticks.
Dude, no, it was just literally like a punnet of chips.
Oh.
That was it. Yeah, anyway, good thing, fuck, they're gone. Anyway, and yeah, lemonade ice blocks, like the thing.
Shellapped.
And the worst thing about it was the next day was my football prize giving. Couldn't make it. Ended up getting, not boasting, ended up getting player of the year, but couldn't make the prize giving.
Athlete.
Yeah, an athlete. I don't know, I think I was like 11, but
Nice.
it's almost irrelevant. But
It's almost not real.
yeah. But like the coach and his son, shout out the Terrys, Danny, Clyde, they ended up coming to my house, give me the water and everything, but I
Yeah.
was still like bent over a bucket for like 8 hours, bro. It was the worst fucking thing in my life. Every time anyone says, "Oh, I had food poisoning," now, like I just, and
Yeah,
that's
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am so sorry, but it's also one of those things that people also like now go, "Oh, I had food poisoning."
No,
Like,
you just had a crook gut.
Yeah,
for it.
you just like threw up once. Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
You have the shit that I had.
Mm.
You fucking know about it. Sorry to go there. Had to get that one out.
But when I after high school, right, I was like, all right, and you did the whole thing of I'm gonna go to uni and all of that stuff, and I started uni, and after 4 weeks, they go, if you leave now, you don't have to pay for your semester. It's pretty much just like a free trial. And I was
What?
like, no way, this is what I want to do for life. After 5 weeks, I was like, no, because they mentioned and they were like, all right, we're going to start preparing for exams. I was like, exams? I just finished high school. I didn't come here to write. Dude, I went into university so blind, thinking I wouldn't have to write.
I know. You're talking to me, mate. I fucking did a diploma in outdoor education. You're telling me I still have to write a fucking essay?
Here's my fire.
Yeah. I can make a fire out of fucking wet timber.
But there was one, in that 5 weeks, there was one lady that I had.
Lady?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So one, what's the word, tutor that was actually pretty nice. And she taught this like morality class where you had to, not morality, but like ethics, because it was about media, right? And it was learning to make ethical decisions in journalism and everything like that. So she
Right.
gave you all these.
Not economics?
Yeah, throwback to last week when Would You Kill Hitler came up. But
The
it was
answer is
these,
yes.
yeah, and I was like, damn, this lady had instilled hope in me, and I was curious about this class, so I'd actually stay behind and ask her stuff and that, and I didn't have the heart to tell her I was dropping out, so I just told her, I was like, look, family's up and leaving to Hamilton. I can't do this anymore. And she was like, oh, we can organise boarding and all that, and I was like, nah, not an option. Not for me. I'm gonna have to leave, and this was all but a dream. Nah, I didn't like catching the train every day.
Could have been a longer commute from Hamilton. Your shit talk story.
Mm.
See, I was going to move to Hamilton. You should have just told her, look, PFC's coming up.
Yeah.
I've got a real shot at
I've
this.
got a hunch that in about 10 years, pillow fighting's going to go mainstream, and I'm getting in early. I'm cashing my chips.
Oh, fuck.
Did you ever have, when you had lunch orders back in school, did you have JJ's dried noodles?
No, never
Connor,
heard of
do
it.
you remember JJ's dried noodles? So when obviously my name's Jared, and when I was younger, a lot of my... Before I start this story, I am Jared. So
Hi, Jared.
when I was young, my parents and my siblings and that, they called me JJ, and people often associated me with JJ's dried noodles. So in primary school, I said to the people, I was like, this was when I was young, right, real young, and I was new at the school, looking
6
to make
weeks ago.
looking to make a name, and I was like, yeah, you know, at night I go underneath my bed and a portal opens up and drops me straight in the factory, and I'm making noodles. And everyone was like, legit. That's legit. Like, come on,
No
give
cap.
me some freebies. I'm like, look, man, we got to keep in the green here. I can't just be giving them away for free. I'm on Shark Tank pitching noodles.
You're the biggest fucking kid shit talker.
It was like the kid on recess that opens his jacket with 20 watches. You want one of these?
What do you need? You open it. This is 20 packs of noodles. I've also got Megarine.
Nothing went hard. I was a big fan of, like, back in the day, getting the noodles and just crushing, punch them up, put the flavoring in, eat them dry.
I was about to say, so you said what? You said JJ's dry noodles.
So they were that, but like the flavor was already mixed in. There was no like sachet that you put on it. You just ate them and they were flavored, but it was just a straight up like brick of noodle.
So it's not like how you can get those dried noodles from the supermarket or whatever. You were supposed to cook them, but they were called JJ's dry noodles, but you still ate them dry.
You were supposed to eat them dry. That was the whole thing.
That's what I'm getting at. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like the supermarket ones.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we didn't have that.
Did you guys have McDonald's Day?
What? No, that sounds mean.
You remember Connor? Me and Connor went to the same
You got
primary school.
McDonald's-
Connor was like my first friend, right? And we had McDonald's. We had McDonald's Day, and it was like once a year. It was a rural school where you could put in your order, and you could get like a fillet of fish or like a cheeseburger. And once
a fillet o fish.
Who the fuck gets one of those? Sorry,
Andy.
I've prodded the beer here.
So hang on, wait. Are you at high school, primary school? Where the fuck are you?
No, I'm like year 3.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now,
High school, I'd walk out the front gate, get in the car, and drive to McDonald's. We had a KFC next door.
yeah, no, I ate there a lot. But
The usual, sir. Yes, please.
Uncle Drew. But okay, so no, fucking Huapai never had McDonald's Day. What the fuck? I feel cheated.
Sorry.
How many McDonald's days did you have? Because I'm going
I feel
to
like- I feel
McDonald's
like-
every day that I missed.
I feel like it didn't happen when it got older. Like, it might have happened once or twice, a couple of times, but it didn't happen as I got into the older years. But that was when lunch orders picked up a bit more and you could get a chocolate donut and a pie or something like
How
that.
good were lunch orders?
I never really got them.
What?
I'm sorry.
I always had like a vacuum sealed lunch.
I lived 200 meters from the school. If I really wanted, I just left and went home and ate.
but not just that, like even high school, you're like,
Yeah, in the tuck shop. I was one of those dudes that was like, okay, 3 of us, if we all chip in 80 cents, we can get a drink.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Tip it in your hands and drink it.
Yeah, but I don't know, growing up, like, no matter what school I was at, the tuck shop, and I know it's fucking different now. Everything's, like, Jamie Oliver fucked it up for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, everything's now, so you get, like, a leaf blade with a fucking soy fucking wrap or some shit. Sorry, green eaters out there, but you used to be able to get chips, burgers, fucking all you know, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
At primary school, and man, every time it was like, go buy your lunch, and Mum would give me a check. Yeah, you know, I used to pay for my fucking bus fare
With a written check.
yeah, for the term with a blank check.
Oh, the term passes. That's when you knew you were living good.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out more economic, but it was a bigger upfront payment.
Yeah, 100%. Like if you paid
No,
weekly,
I had the clip tickets.
oh yeah, had the clip tickets
Yeah.
early on, yeah, for sure. But as soon as there was 2 of us going
Yeah.
over the shore, it was like, well, we need to sort this
Yeah.
out. Oh,
yeah,
right,
hard. That's
bro.
the thing.
Yeah, I would get on the bus, pay for the,
Mm.
do your fucking turn pass, get to the back of the bus, throw it out the window to
Yeah.
anyone that I could. Like, you want to get on? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Or the whole like, yo, meet me at the tuck shop tomorrow if you clip me on. Because to get back to
Yeah.
Kumu was like $5 one way.
Yeah, it was nuts. Like for a school bus, you
Yeah.
and in the OOs, is that what they call them?
Thousands?
Yeah, I
Are you
think
talking about the thousands or are you talking
like
the
not
OOs?
you got like yeah yeah, is that what it is? The tens is the thousands.
You talking about the 2000s? Or are you talking
yeah
no, the 1000s, man?
Nah, bro, the 19,000s.
When we Flintstones a bus to school and rode on rocks.
What do they call it? Like the OOs is 07, 08, 09.
Let's call it the late 2000s.
Those ones. Anyway, so,
We got there.
so to get a school bus around, like people going from one of these shore schools to their house on the shore, fucking 80 cents or whatever.
I'm going two
or
stages.
I'm pretty sure they were fucking free as like students back then. Like,
Yeah.
and then it was like, you want to get back to Kumu? $5. Sir, I'm 12. I don't have $5.
I don't have a bank account, nor do I have money. I have an
Yeah.
emergency $20 for when I get robbed, which apparently, according to my parents, is going to happen.
Yeah, I have it in a money clip. Shout out John Mulaney. But and these fucking bus drivers were like, oh well, you don't have money, stay here. We're leaving. It's like,
I don't have an option.
yeah. So
My parents work at night. What do you want me to do?
So they'd leave us on the fucking North Shore.
Yeah. And you'd ring your parents and be like, I missed the bus. And your parents would be mad at you. And you're like,
no.
I tried.
I know, that was the worst.
I argued with a grown man who was driving a bus, the vehicle to get me to you, and
Yeah.
he said no.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Bro, the telling the parents that you missed the bus. Oh god.
All right, I'll be there soon. And it's like an hour haul, and you're sitting there in the bus stop in the pitch black.
I'm missing The Simpsons.
At least you get home and just dinner's there, and you're like, a hot meal. I thought I'd never see one of these again.
Whereas your friends at school are like, they're having the time of their lives, and they get back. We all get back to school the next day. You literally get home, eat, sleep, back on the bus, and you're like, that was a wild ride.
Don't talk to me, man. I was in the slums last night.
Yeah.
Where were you? Oh, about 300 meters over there in the bus stop.
They're going to bed, and you're still in the bus stop. Like, oh man.
Well, fuck it. Does that about wrap it up? Are we
Fucking A.
well, that was a good hour about sweet fuck all.
Yeah, don't catch the bus, kids.
All right. Off topic chat on Instagram, offtopicjandy@gmail.com. Actually, on TikTok, that seems to be the go nowadays, and it is called, oh shit, Off Topic, or at Off Topic Poddy, Poddy,
Yeah.
is where you're going to find us. That's going to have all our short clips and whatnot. Also, like I said, it's out every week on YouTube if you want to see us sweating.
It's been a fucking hot episode.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. We're nearing episode 20. It's been a year. Actually, we might be coming up to our 1 year anniversary.
Yo.
So thanks
Big ups.
thanks for the wild ride.
Yeah.
Peace.
Right up. Good night, eh? Hey.